Thank you. In a News Channel 18 special investigation, how safe do you feel in Lafayette?
We are tracking the crime that trickles down from Chicago. Is Chicago really to blame for problems locally? News Channel 18's Kristen Majorano and Liz Nichols are digging for answers, and they both join us now live from downtown Lafayette.
Jeff and Gina, we've been working on this story for months, and the Tippecanoe County Prosecutor's Office has been a huge help. Out of 350 defendants who passed through the county court system last year, 22% were from the Chicago area or Northwest Indiana.
And when you examine drug cases alone, 26% of defendants were from that same area. So now we're taking this data and asking you what you think, and we're finding some pretty interesting answers. Take a look.
I have noticed I've met a lot of people that have come down from Chicago, and I do believe that probably has a big part to do with the crime increasing.
I feel that a lot of it's come from there, the bigger cities. But I think Lafayette, the police department and stuff, they've done a great job.
Officer Adam Milady with the Lafayette Police Department is an example of the eyes and ears on the streets of Lafayette. In his opinion, there is definitely a connection between the crime here and Chicago.
Police department, just something I always wanted to do. I guess the best answer would be is that I don't like bullies.
Whether those bullies come from his hometown or from Chicago, Officer Milady says the root of crime here isn't based on location. There's a bigger issue: drugs.
Not a thing, just checking things out. We're good. No problems. It just kind of goes in a big circle. Crime is directly related to the drugs that we have in the city, or that's brought into the city.
Drug traffic moves back and forth from the Windy City to Lafayette with ease thanks to Interstate 65. Another contributing factor: housing, or Chicago's lack of enough government subsidized housing, according to Officer Milady.
People were getting vouchers to come down here to HUD housing, but sometimes when you have people come down who want to get a fresh start, you have other people that follow them, and that's who we've really had the problems with.
It's like it's a story that no one wants to talk about.
Tippecanoe County Prosecutor Pat Harrington says the crime story here has many different characters.
I'm not saying that people who move in from out of our community are the ones that are doing bad things here. We have our local homegrown criminals that do crime. I'm saying Chicago displaced.
Housing displacement, Harrington says, boils down to politics.
I think it's safe to say that Chicago politics has affected not only Tippecanoe County, but anybody or any community within 2 hours of Chicago.
But here's the bright side. Both Prosecutor Harrington and Officer Milady agree the crime problem is getting better, not worse. Officer Milady credits it to programs in place like the Street Crimes Unit, making a difference and building a bigger presence among the residents of Lafayette.
That's why we're here. We're here for their safety. Prosecutor
Harrington also credits tougher penalties and sentences for criminals, no matter what city they call home.
We open our arms to anyone here. We just want them and everyone, like our own residents, to follow the laws.
He says Lafayette and Tippecanoe County are sending a message that if you do the crime, you're going to do the time. The fact that both Prosecutor Harrington and Officer Milady cited Chicago housing problems for the influx of Windy City residents to Lafayette, we found intriguing.
Tomorrow on News Channel 18 at 6, we'll be taking a closer look at the housing issue and how it affects crime here. Reporting live in downtown Lafayette, Liz Nichols.
And Kristen Majorano, News Channel 18.
Liz and Kristen, thanks. Well,